What is up, guys? We've got Xavier here giving you a nice warm welcome. What a gem. So today we're back at Midlands Karting. Yes, I know I'm hopelessly addicted to this track, but they've got great responsive karts, good track layout, it's nice and cheap, so it's a winner in my books. So we're here for a straight 45-minute session, getting some practice in, staying warmed up for the championship. If you haven't seen any of those videos, I hope you check them out. They're a good watch, but I'm biased if you ask me, so anyways, let's get right into it, boys. So there was quite a few of us on track today. I think there was 12, could be mistaken, but we make a couple of nice clean overtakes while everyone is getting used to the karts, getting used to the track. But now I've got past these two guys here, it's now a bit of open track. I can focus on warming the tyres up and figuring out how we're going to handle all these guys out on track here. So yeah, this time, boys, we're going to do something different. We're doing an overtake counter, no spin counter today. So coming up to this hairpin, I'm noticing this guy's gone quite wide and just doesn't make the apex at all, and the girl at the left is quite slow on the draw, so I managed to get 2 in 1 straight. Nice little move here, can't argue.
Hi, it's Kyle again.
Hello, Kyle. I tell you what, mate, you were a right pain to get past in this coming section. I'll give you that. You're definitely getting there, mate. Planting yourself in the apex quite nicely, and oh my god. Yeah, you always can see what I'm seeing up ahead, right? Oh, this is gonna be a fun one. Yep, that's right. 8. This is the definition of traffic. So I noticed Kyle was preoccupied with Xavier on the right, so I try to get a move down on the inside, but I'm giving him enough space, he's holding me round, and Kyle's happy with that move, as you can see. Stuck behind Xavier on the left, Kyle on the right. Might try send it down the inside coming into here, but I don't quite get enough of a run off. So Xavier locks up, nearly runs straight into him. Some guy's gone into the barrier. This was a crazy one, first yellow flag of the session, but after all of that, I was kind of expecting it. I don't know about you. This is going to be brilliant, boys. It's going to be brilliant, come on. So just out the corner of my eye there, I've seen the marshal lift the green flag, so it means we are back underway. Xavier doesn't see it in time, gets straight past Xavier here, but we're still behind a lot of people. So coming up to our favourite little hairpin here, Kyle's on the defensive. I try for a switchback, but he plants it on the corner nicely, kills my momentum. I can't get alongside, so we are stuck again for another lap, I reckon here. Nothing much I can do with all this traffic bunched up so tightly. So coming out this corner, Kyle's got better traction than the guy ahead, goes for a little bit of a dive bomb, but he gets pushed into the barriers and then swerves back and nearly puts me straight into the barriers. Kyle got the overtake done, Kyle nearly kills me yet again, but this time it wasn't necessarily his fault, so I'll allow it. There's another overtake, one for the books. So around this hairpin I managed to hold a bit more speed than Kyle. He nearly goes into the barrier looking for a move on the inside, but I managed to get straight past Kyle. See you in a bit, mate. Thanks for that. Coming round, that guy's completely missed the apex. I managed to get alongside him, come on the inside and close the door. That's another overtake done. I get tapped in the back a little bit, but it's all good. Nothing really came of it, so I can't argue too much. So coming down here, try for a little bit of a dive bomb, but there's not enough room, so I decide just to let the guy go, get behind him and look for another opportunity coming up. I've still got Kyle somewhere behind me. This guy's swerving all over the track. Look behind me, yep, there's Kyle, and there looks to be a bit of contact. That's another overtake for me done, but there is a little bit of swerving going on here. Don't know if it's intentional or not, but we'll have to see. He completely loses and hits me as well. I managed to get another overtake, but I don't know. It's a bit of a weird one. By the time we've got through all of that traffic, we've caught up with some more back markers that were going round. That guy just goes off into the distance and enjoy the shadow around me to get another overtake on the girl there who's just cruising, having a good time. Fair play to her, don't blame her. I mean, if you're not having fun, what's the point? So up ahead, this guy gives us our first real battle. Fair play to the guy, he was an absolute pain to get past, being quite good defensively, carrying a good amount of speed, so again, fair play to him. So he has a little bit of a slide coming out of the corner, but it's enough to kill my momentum, so I can't make any moves. But as always, we're going to keep trailing behind, look for any opportunity. But in the distance right there, we've got a back marker coming up, so we're going to see how this changes the battle. So coming down the main straight here, he goes straight for a dive bomb. The guy leaves him just enough room and I follow him straight through. Pretty good move in my opinion, fair play. So coming up to the hairpin, there's one thing I'd like to analyse. You see my cart just jolting there, that's because I'm carrying a lot of speed, but I'm also quite lightweight. I only weigh about 55, 56 kilograms. So it kind of pushes my cart up into the air, and unfortunately I have to get on the brakes quite hard. But before the surface change, where it goes from dark tarmac, as you see here, to light tarmac, you'll see it just coming up there. So right here you can see it jolt there. I've got to get on the brakes nice and hard, but early, just to keep the traction. Coming around the hairpin again, you see he goes for another little power slide. I try for a switchback, but there's just not enough speed there, so again we're stuck behind. This guy has done an incredible job of keeping me behind. Defensive driving was on point. However, I do think it's time we close out this battle. He goes quite deep into the corner. I get the setback set up quite nicely, give me cart a bit of a push, go towards the inside and close the door, and that is that. Fair play, mate. Absolutely fantastic battle. I don't know if you'll ever watch this, but you're more than welcome to come racing again, mate. Cracking. So this is one of the more impressive crashes that I've seen. The guy has done a complete 180. You can't park there, mate, I'm sorry. So after the yellow flag is done, we're back to racing. Get a nice overtake on the restart. That's another one done. Let's see how many more we can keep getting, boys. So here we've got Xavier just minding his own business. He's kind enough to let us pass on the inside. Cheers, mate, thank you. So coming up to the hairpin, the guy in purple up front loses it a little bit. The guy in front of me takes evasive action and just waves me through there. Very nice, another overtake done. Let's see if we can get the other three. So here we have a yellow flag, I believe. They slowed the carts down, but the marshals weren't waving any flags. I couldn't see anything going on really, but back at the restart we get the jump on both of them in one short straight. I thought that was quite nice, not gonna lie, mate, not gonna lie. So we see the marshal there running over it, and we've got a little bit of a pile up from the looks of it. Bit of a nasty one there, but luckily marshals were on it nice and quick enough to get the flags out, to get everyone slowed down before something bad happened. So here's a closer look. Looks like they got the other guy free, and now it's just that one guy stuck on the apex of the hairpin. Yikes. Right, let's get into it, boys. Let's get the compilation on the go. Nice little push down the main straight. That's another one down and out. Had a good battle with this guy up here, but he goes too deep into the corner. I start pushing him down to the straight, get alongside him, I've got the inside line, close the door, and yet another one down.
You want to see me do it again?
Same move, same corner, but works like a charm. quite an unusual overtaking method, but considering I had the speed and traction, managed to pull it off quite nicely. So I know this was a long part one, but that is the first half over. They decided to give us a nice 5-minute break in between. Can't argue. This was a bit of a killer.
You were the only person I didn't want.
How do you not get frustrated when it's just when it's flat marker city the whole way?
Practicing overtakes.
Hey Ryan, I was in front of you, but did you see me weave in between them two cars? That's bananas.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
I don't know if I saw you.
You know that one with the thing composing?
Mate.
Yeah.
Flat markers, all of them.
I did. About 3 overtakes on the outside on that corner down there.
So we've had a nice little break, a bit of a chat about how the first session went, but this is when it all kicks off for battling. Don't ask me how that's possible on the very first lap of the second session. I have no idea, but this is where it gets good. The guy lets us through. Let's see what happens, boys. Yep, we've got another crash. I'm actually kind of regretting not adding a crash counter at this point. So I do believe this is Kyle up ahead we're fighting, but I think that's Josh as well, trying to sneak in a little attack. So now we're defending and attacking. But my mentality at this point is attack is defense. Let Kyle be the buffer if I can get the move to stick. The guy ahead of Kyle just goes into the shadow realm, don't know where he's going. It's 3 abreast going down the straight. He's had to back out. I close the door on Kyle. Lovely little move, 2 in 1. There's my buffer to Josh. That will put him behind for a little bit. Nice quick pass going into this little bit of a straight here. Nothing special. We just keep on moving, boys. So right here I was super impressed with this. We went 2 abreast into the fastest part of the track and only a tiny little bump. I do get past on the left a little bit, but managed to retain the position. So right here on this hairpin, I do get nudged. I do believe it's Josh being the culprit, but I get another clean overtake. Try and keep the distance from Josh, because right now he is on an absolute charge. But this is when it gets a bit difficult. This guy held us both up for quite a while, has no situational awareness, puts me into the barrier. What can you do? So I'm guessing by now Josh has caught up yet again. So this is where the battle gets nice and interesting, boys. So coming through the chicane, the guy kills his speed right there, which kills mine and gives Josh an opening there. He forces his way through a bit. A little bit dirty, but fair enough. I've done the same to him. It's just racing. Now the battle's on. The battle is on. Absolutely flying down the straight. I do get a bit of a run on Josh, but he closes the door on me even though I was alongside him. I think he holds his hand up and apologises. Fair play. This guy, as I said, is proving a massive challenge to get past. Coming out of the hairpin here, Josh gets really good traction, makes a good lunge on the side, but the guy just turns in on him and puts Josh straight into a barrier. No idea what was going on. Absolutely ridiculous if you ask me, but it's time for me to get some revenge for Josh. Going down the same straight that Josh tried it on, I forced my way through this time, not letting him do the same thing that happened to Josh. So we've got a bit of a pack behind us now. It's time to just get a bit of a gap, start pushing, get some clean air and focus on those lap times. After the hairpin, the guy loses his back end, loses his traction, and I managed to get another overtake done nice and easily. Now let's see if we can make the second one stick. Going around the outside, fastest part, leave her enough room, cut around. Beautifully done if you ask me. Oh, how I do love a switchback. Push him down the main straight, cut the corner, close the door, job's a good one. Let's go, boys. This was a lovely bit of battling between me and Kyle for this lap. I'm pushing him going into this chicane here. Gonna try on the inside, manage to stick it around, give him enough space to come around. Not gonna be that mean on him like he is to me. Go around the outside, remembering to leave the gap, but close the door on the end chicane. There's Kyle, all done and gone. Now let's see how I handle this back marker here. Coming into this chicane here, I chuck myself over to the right a bit more than I usually would to get a good exit down this straight. Push him straight down and around. That's another overtake done, but we have got some lapped traffic up ahead yet again. Let's see what happens. Come on, we're making this a record, boys. I'm flying full pelt down this, but I've got a slam on the brakes, nearly going to the barrier, managed to hold it just nicely. They all locked up, got a bit of a pile up in front, but I tell you what, that was probably one of the closest saves I've done. So the guy in front spins, Xavier goes into him, and the guy in front of me goes into Xavier. I tell you what, why haven't I got a crash counter? This guy is going to push me down the straight, even though it's a yellow, but oh well, don't worry boys, we'll get him later. And yes, I am counting all those overtakes. So this would have been quite ironic if I got it to work. I push him down the same straight he was pushing me, go on the inside, try and close the door, but I didn't manage to get it, so I let him back through, and we're living to fight another day. I promise I'm not obsessed with the SpongeBob, it's just too quotable for motorsport apparently, but yeah, good old reliable, the switchback. Going around this corner, I leave a bit too much of a gap, and the guy we've just overtaken comes back for a bit of vengeance, don't blame him. We make the overtake, but again, the battle is on. I tell you what, old reliable never fails. Give him a nice thumbs up for a good battle, good overtake, and we keep the charge rolling yet again, boys. Come on, we're going for this record. Don't ask me what this record is, I have no idea, but looks like our mate here has got stuck on the hairpin. So another easy overtake for us, I guess. Keep the charge going, keep the charge going. Yet again, try and set myself up for old reliable, but this time I didn't need to. He just drives straight into the barrier. Free pass for me, I guess. We'll take it. Right now we've got a lovely bit of traction going on this straight. Get the move done nice and easy. Make sure to close the door. Job's a good one, as always. We've not got the overtake on this one, but I just wanted to highlight I have got no idea how this guy was losing traction so much. Just pointing out to the marshals that he's swerving a bit. I've got no idea. Absolutely none. The track conditions were pretty nice, temperature was hot, the tyres should be hot, there should be plenty of grip to go around, but guess not. He makes a mistake, I get a nice little shunt, close the door as always. Thank God we got that one done, nice and quick. So charging through the chicane yet again, gonna set up all reliable, nice easy pass. As I know, she isn't too experienced, I believe it's her first time, so fair play, she was doing quite well. I'll give her that, she was doing quite well. A lot of people when they first start, they kind of get in the way in the wrong places because they don't know where to let the faster drivers pass, but she never really got in the way, so fair play to her, nice one. Our favourite hairpin that causes all the drama, all the action, another overtake for us. That's quite an early turn in. I do believe that's Kyle giving us a nice little friendly wave. Hello, Kyle.
Hi.
Yep, if you're watching this, Carl, which I'm guessing you are, I am going to abuse all the voice notes you give me. Nice, easy overtake on the inside, following Kyle through. Right at the end of the chicane, the guys tried to go into the pit the wrong way from the looks of it. I'm not sure how they've managed to get that spun up, but hey, it's impressive. Fair play. Give a nice little point to Kyle here. It's been an absolutely cracking day. Walk past Xavier because I don't know what he's doing. See you in a bit. Yes, I'm counting these overtakes. I'm counting all of them, especially this one on the green flag. See you in a bit, Kyle. Thank you. So that is 50 overtakes done in kind of a single session. We had a 5-minute break in between, but I like to think it's a single session. I know it's a lot of inexperienced drivers on the track, you know, it's buffer numbers, but it was a fun day. It was a fun day. I enjoyed myself. I narrowly avoided a crash there. Hello. But yeah, been absolutely fantastic as always. Maybe not so much for that guy in the shadow realm over there. Or this guy, I reckon. So a nice little push down this straight, get ahead of this guy, leaving enough room, but try and close the door a little bit just to limit his options. So we need to keep pushing, see how many more we can get before this session ends, because we are drawing close to the finish. Well, karma had to come for me at some point, didn't it? I mess up this corner, the guy torpedoes me, I get stuck on his cart and put in the barrier. And I tell you what, this one caned my ribs. It didn't look that bad from the GoPro. Luckily, video stabilisation is a bit to thank for that. Give him a thumbs up, just to let him know, you know, it's all good. Racing incidents, these things happen. But now, on a mission to try and get it back before the end of the session. Unfortunately we don't, but we do get a rather strange overtake around the outside of a hairpin. So I'm not going to argue, that is the last overtake of the session. We are done, finished. Now it's a slow drive back to the pits. Thank you so much for watching this one. It was a monster to edit, but I really hope you guys enjoyed it. If you've sticked around this long, you know what to do. Give me a like, share, comment, anything like that. I'm going to let you enjoy a little bit of banter right at the end between us lads. I'll catch you in the next video. Peace out, guys.
Yeah, that's alright, mate. Good attempt now.
I couldn't slow down quick enough.
Yeah,
Sometimes they hit you and they jump you up.
I think it was you.
yeah.
I got a right good deal with you around there. That little wave you gave me as you went by and then you spun. I was so tempted to do it to you. He was black marking me so hard, I was screaming at him.
No.
I was screaming at the top of my lungs, move aside. Because I just couldn't find a gap, and then I got one, and I felt like the heavens opened. You,
I'll try and get one too.
we got business success. Right. You got past me there by ramming into the back of me 4 times.
He did the same to me. He
I
literally
could feel
T-boned me.
Did you see the crash?
You tried to kill me.
Yeah, hey, Josh.
What?
Prick.